Hey, welcome. Chris here with the trades. Going to go over seven stocks, seven tickers that I'm looking at here for next week. Looking for longs. These are seven stocks that look good for me for longs. In the market, we're looking at SPY. Of course, we have a major downturn, a trend that broke back here about a week or so ago, broke the trend, started to turn bearish. Of course, last week I was saying this would not be surprised if this thing looked like it was going to go down. Last week was right here at this red candle. And sure enough, we did take a little move up right up into the 9 EMA here. That's the 9, that's the purple line. Rejected off of that and down we came. Would not be surprised to see SPY come down and test this 619 and a half level as well from the lows back here. But nevertheless, I'm looking at stocks that I am trying to go long on. I'm perpetually looking to go long on particular stocks. So even in a downturn, there are opportunities. These are the opportunities that I've identified for myself. I'm going to go over seven tickers. I have about 20 actually that meet my criteria, but I'm going to go over seven. So these 20 are the ones, well, seven that I'm going to talk about here. But these are stocks that are bullish, look good for long-term holds on my stock screener. These are stocks that are looking like strong, positive growth companies. Okay, stocks that should be moving up for long-term holds. So, taking that information, then I'm turning to the chart, like we're looking here at the market itself at the moment. Looking for an entry. I'm looking for the price to relax into a natural level of support for an entry to go long, and I'm going to take profits as it moves forward and up. So the first one on my list here, first one on my list is HII, Huntington Ingersoll's. Actually, I did have this one on my list last week. I was looking at this one last week. I took an entry right here at this green line. As it moved up, I sold and then cleared my position at that high. Actually, a pretty nice trade, actually, overall on this one. But it's still in play for me. We got a wash on Friday, a red candle coming down. Stochastic is nice and low down below this area down here, which is where I'm looking to get in. And coming down into this natural level of support, we've got some wicks back here. I'm going to be a buyer probably down into this level here, down into about 388 and a half. So we'll see where we open on Monday. But risk wise, down to here is about 5%. I'm going to be a buyer into this range. I wouldn't be surprised though if it wants to break come all the way down to here. I probably would just get out if it breaks below this level and holds and stays below and look for something else. But I'm going to be a buyer into this range, see where we open on Monday. Obviously, I'm going to buy slow and small, looking for the bounce to move back up into these levels here. Of course, 5 or 6%, potentially hold a few, although I didn't last time just because I don't trust this market. So I'm going to be pretty quick to take profits, but up into this range could be even a 10% move. Also on the list, again, I think I had this one last week as well, is this C4. Yep, I definitely did. Looks like I took an entry here on Monday, right off the open, and it popped up, and I, again, was quick to clear profits and got all the way out. However, it's still in play. Again, it's come down. The stochastic is at a super low point. In fact, it did come down here on Thursday, a little doji candle, and a move back up, rejected off of these levels, of course, but still a nice green candle on Friday. Looks like a cross on the stochastic. So I'm going to be a buyer on this one. See where we open on Monday. The range, yeah. This is the reason why I took profit so quick on this last week, because the risk is pretty wide. The level of support, the natural level of support, is all the way down at 209. That's 20%. Uh, I'm going to go small like I did on this one last week. And if I'm in profit, I'm probably going to take it quick. But we'll see where we go. I'm going to be a buyer into this range here, and this 20% range. Though it should move pretty quick. If it's going to move and move up, it should move quickly on Monday. I'd be looking to see what happens. But I'm gonna take it slow and see where this wants to go. If it wants to come all the way down here, that's a long hold. I'm probably not going to be interested in that. But I would like to see it come and test these levels because we got a big range here. It could run 20-30% pretty easily. So optimistic still on C4. Also, looking at IPI, a nice little pullback on this one. It's bullish, looking good on the chart. Uh, Stochastic looks like it wants to move up. I like this candle. It rejected off of these levels back here and a nice push up. See if we can take a continuation, second or third day continuation on this one. On Monday, see where we want to open up. Risk, I'm going to be down into about this range here, 12 or so percent. Though I wouldn't be surprised to see it come down past this wick here at 36.95. test this volume back here at 35.46, and then for the move back up, potentially the uh, the range on this one's pretty wide. The chart is deceiving, but if it comes up into highs here, that's 25% or so. So we're looking to see if we can capture move up on this one. Also on my list, this one I also may have had last week as well. This Jax. Um, Stochastic is low and is moving back up. It's pushing up. Looks like I did get in on this one here. Looks like I'm probably still in on this on a hold, but I'm still interested on this. It's come down on Friday, testing this high here at 19 and a half or so. Risk on this one. I'm going to be down into this level here, about 6% or so. There is this gap, so that works out pretty well if it wants to come and fill this gap. That's probably why I'm still in this, actually. I took the buy here on Monday, didn't really do much, came down, popped up. Looks like it wants to roll over, potentially down into this level of support. And for the move back up, I'll be looking to hold up into these highs here, 22, 23 even on the price. So that's looking good as well. Additionally, looking at NWN, Northwest Natural Gas. Okay, I like this one. Obviously, this is a gas company. They've been moving up, obviously, of late. See what we're going to open on Monday. Down to about here or so would be the risk for me on this one. I like this nice big wash candle on Friday, big red wash candle. I'd like to have seen it come down a little more actually, but Stochastic is heading the right direction. This is where I'm going to get interested in something that's looking bullish, looking for an entry. This is it to me. This is looking like it's shaping up to be something interesting. What I like about this is that we got the wicks back here, back about a week or so ago at the 50 range, and then we got these highs from the week or so before that. These high wicks, and then we got these wicks, these low wicks here, and these high wicks here, all in the same range, right in this 51 price. So I'm going to be a buyer into that range. I'd like to see it come down and test those this volume zone here. But I'm going to be a buyer down into this 5 or so%, look for the move back up. And finally, looking at ROIV, Rovient. Again, we've got a nice big push up. It's coming back down. The price is relaxing into this natural level of support. Of course, this is what I'm looking for. Stochastic on the low end. It's come down, got a nice little doji candle, which could indicate a change in direction, maybe a move back up. Of course, we got the low here where it tested its 27.25 or so. I like that, and it's bounced. We got double wick. It would indicate that it looking like it maybe wants to move up here right away come the early part of the week. So I'm going to see where we open on Monday. I want to take advantage of that. On the risk down into this level here, it's pretty wide. The chart is deceiving because it had this big pop in a run. 7 or so%. The problem is we've got this gap back here down to 13%, all the way down to 21%. A little wide, probably not going to want to hold down into that and just buy in as it runs down potentially into this gap. But if it wants to come down, hold here and take the move back up, we're looking at 8, 9, 10% perhaps on the move back up. So that's what we got here for the week ahead. Obviously, a downturn in the market, but the market has, when it's run down, popped back up over and over and over again recently. So will this be the same? Who knows? However, these particular stocks are the ones I'm looking at for the week ahead. Happy trading.